健闘を祈る。
人類に栄光あれ。
人類に栄光あ
人類栄光あれ。
Hello everybody, good morning. Happy Monday. Actually, let's just move that because I've got that in the way now. Let's move that light. There we go. Let's get the light there. Extend it out. There we go. That might be better. How is everybody doing? Hello. Good morning. Happy Monday. Tighten this up. There we go. Pershaw, I'm glad I could help. There we go. Mr. Pershaw. Mr. Pershaw. Happy Monday, Pershaw. Lilith, how are you doing? Hello, good morning. Shirato, of course. What a legend. Hello, Shirato. Shirato. And Leo over on YouTube. Hello. How is Leo today? Happy Monday. Right, so I need to put those, need to go in there. I'm still on a little bit of a tidy up. There we go, that needs to go in there. I need to find a box for my custodies. Yeah, I need to find a box for my new custodies because they're getting dusty, just kind of sat out on there. You've just learned about Warhammer 40,000 through Combat Patrol. You want to get a real life army. Nice! Which army are you going? Because you went I'm guessing you went Orcs. Which is perfect timing actually, because Orcs are going to get loads of new models. So, yeah, absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Good timing. Oh, you're going Death Guard. Oh, okay. Okay. How come Death Guard? What is it about Death Guard that's made you go, oh yeah, I want that. I want the Death Guard. I want the Death Guard. Right, so that needs to go. I've got so much kind of, not tidying, it's just organising, because I'm clearing the desk up a little bit. We're gonna do Badass Warrior Woman today because she's badass, of course. So I just wanted to do a bust today, so we're gonna do a little bit of freeing of my brush strokes and do something slightly larger scale. That is the lion's cloak, so the lion's cloak can go over there. The lion I've put over there on the shelves. Yeah, I'm just on a little bit of a mission to kind of tidy everything up at the moment. Well, like I say, not really tidy, just organise and get everything, because I've got lots of models over here, just kind of sat over here. Actually, I need to finish that for Patreon. Exclamation mark Patreon in chat, in Twitch chat, to follow Patreon. Let's come down, because we don't really need... There we go. We don't really need... where's... Discord, there we go. And we can turn that on. We can turn Lychee off. There we go. We can get rid of that. There we go. Yeah, I was gonna do a bit of a chit chat at the beginning, but
thanks for the paint
Play
help.
Crawler. Thanks for the paint help. Oh, Pershal, what a ledge! Thank you very much, dude. Thank you very much. You are very, very welcome. Yeah, exclamation mark, exclamation. I'll do it in chat for you. So there's a couple of different places you can follow for tutorials and painting help. So there's my Patreon there and my YouTube there. Drop me a follow on both, that would be awesome. Yeah, Pershal, I'm glad I could help. That's really, really cool. Gold is an interesting one. I always find gold an interesting one because it doesn't really oxidize, so you have a little bit of artistic license around it. So you have to kind of accept that maybe it's not gold and it's like a gold effect armor or a gold plated or some weird kind of brass plating that looks like gold or whatever. So, but the custodian, because you always see the kind of the orangey custodies. So I wanted to do, here we go, I'll show you here. I wanted to do a bit more of a kind of a greeny custodies in terms of the gold, and it's just come out really well. And I tried to do these in a weekend. I just failed. It took me 3 days, but again, I wanted to kind of get like the majority of the base done, so that I could then kind of just sit and refine them a little bit more. So she's been refined. There we go. She's been refined a little bit further beyond. A little bit further beyond what where she was in the video and stuff. There's one of the Eldar that I painted for the Eldar release as well. Games Workshop sent me that one. This is for a Titanicus. Oh, dude, Titanicus. Titanicus. I have a lot of Titans, and I love that scale. That scale is so cool. You might have seen recently that I've been doing Battlefleet Gothic, and there's just something about like tiny scale, massive robots and battleships and spaceships and things that's really cool. So yeah, I've got. I really want to kind of start doing some of the Titanica stuff. I want to find. I want to try and find like a painting process on the Titanica stuff that I can kind of just crunch out, because I spend too much time. Like I would have a Titanicus force of just like loads of Reaver Titans and a couple of Warlords, because I love the Reavers, and I spent so long on the Reavers doing like masking off and airbrushing and getting all the colours and everything on there, and then battle damaging it all. It just takes forever. It takes so long. You bought OG Battlefleet Gothica to bring and buy. No way, did you? What? As in, like, was it unopened? Like, what kind of state was the box? I loved OG Battlefleet Gothic. I had a huge Necron fleet, which stupidly and famously I threw away in the bin, which is now worth about £500. And that was my never throw anything away ever again moment. I had Imperial and Chaos, because that was what came in the box. I painted some of the Tau for the 2001. It was either 2001 or 2002. It might have been 2002 for the 2002 Battlefleet Gothic Annual, the catalogue. So I painted some of the Tau ships for that. But yeah, just recently. I mean, look at this. This is gonna make you cry. Are you ready? Pershore? This is a reimagined. I mean, it's got the guns need bending and melting back, but this is a reimagined Planet Killer. It's so cool. It's so cool. It was open but complete. Oh, still on sprue. Was it all still? Oh, mate, I'm super jealous. I've got the book. You can see the book is. You can probably see the book. Yeah, you can see the book just behind me on the shelf there. But I think I don't think I know. I threw away my actual Battlefleet Gothic box. But yeah, really, really cool. Incredible model. Yeah, and see, the cool thing about 3D printing is that you can just scale everything up. Oh, it's Atari.
I'm also God's favourite princess.
It's
and
Atari.
The most interesting girl in the world.
So you just scale everything up. So that's 110%. So that's slightly larger. There's a little bit of a crack because these are very, very thin wings. So there's a little bit of a crack on that. But like this is the. I did this on Patreon. Painted this one up on Patreon just to kind of see how far you could go on like a really, really neat paint job on it. And I've got a new hull for it as well. Where's the original hull? Where's the original hull? There it is. So that's the original hull that I painted for it. But that one's scaled up 10% as well. I've added some extra guns on the wings there. Yeah, super cool. It's just really satisfying. There's something about spaceships, isn't there? There's something about spaceships, and there's something about giant robots. Anyway, we're gonna paint her today because she's amazing and she deserves to be finished. Tari, how are you? We also need to do more on the Golden Demon Assassin. So yeah, we need to do more on her at some point. Tari, how are you? How is landing Kensington Palace? How is the Kensington Palace life treating you? For those of you who don't know, Tari too is royalty. Basically, she's part of the royal family. She lives in a massive Kensington townhouse, and yeah, it's probably watching us from her east wing at the moment. All the scales. Did you see the Golden Demon entries for Adepticon? Of course, I did indeed. Yeah, I did indeed. Adepticon Golden Demon was very inspiring as usual. It did not fail. It did not fail to inspire. Yeah, my Adepticon, my Golden Demon projects need to get cracking. So this is the Assassin, which we're going to work on at some point. I've got some Necromunda which I want to work on at some point. Where's the Necromunda? There's a Necromunda. We've got some Necromunda that we need to work on at some point. And I'm really curious, actually. I'm really curious to do a Horus Heresy entry, like a Raven Guard. I want to know kind of like how far I could push. I don't know whether I could do a Raven Guard unit maybe, but yeah, I'm quite curious to see if they ever do. Oh, it absolutely baffles me. Absolutely baffles me that they don't do a Golden Demon in the UK. Like, for goodness sake, I know why. It's because they like piggybacking on the back of an existing con, so they don't have to spend too much money doing their own. But for goodness sake. You want to do a Hormigant for Golden Demon? Oh, Tari, you should 100% do a Hormigant for Golden Demon. Mark, that slug, yeah, the Pustus. Really, really nice, really cool base as well. Really cool base. I'm liking all the kind of the clear resin bases which are coming out at the moment. 40k single model, a Hormigant, just one. Yeah, 100%, brilliant, absolutely brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Put it in a. Put it on a little base in like an imperial ruin with loads of dead bodies around it, loads of dead like human bodies. That would be fab. Hormigant. I like Hormigants. Hormigants are one of my favourite Tyranid models. And Tari doesn't quite believe me, even though because she said nobody can like a Hormigant. I'm like, well, I can. I really like Hormigants. Because Tari was painting a Hormigant this weekend. Spoilers. Pershaw, that can be a great strat, like that single skink that won the Slayer Sword. Yes! Oh my god, that single skink. I saw that skink. I've seen that skink in person. It's flawless. Flawless. Absolutely flawless. Flawless. Absolutely flawless. Yeah, it's really, really good. The fact that someone won a Slayer Sword with a skink. Oh, yeah. 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 Really, really good. Really good. Right. I like Hormigants, but getting Ultimate Warrior GIF excited for Hormigant is a bit much. Hormigants are great. Hormigants are great. I want an entire army of Hormigants. That would be my Tyranid. My Tyranid army would just be Hormigants, Lictors, Von Ryan Leapers. My really cool. I should paint her, shouldn't I? I should paint my Norn emissary. I should get her down and paint her up, because that would look quite cool in my scheme, I think. You'd never paint that many Hormers. No, I wouldn't. No, I definitely probably wouldn't. But the idea is there. Right, shall we dry brush her skin? Right, let's just take her out of that before I snap her, because we don't want to snap amazing warrior lady. The warrior maiden. I'll probably get demonetized on YouTube for this, because last time I painted her, the AI on YouTube detected nipples and was like, "Oh, you're painting a naked woman." I'm like, "Well, I'm not." So yeah, I'll probably get this video will probably get demonetized again, but never mind. I'll just have to not include it on my timeline on YouTube. You know what every army needs? 17 rhinos? No. Lictors are my second favourite Tyranid. Second only to the Trigon. You like the Trigon? Interesting. Interesting. There's a video I did Death Leaper. I think was there a video for Death Leaper? I think I did a video for Death Leaper. I really like Death Leaper. Death Leaper is cool. Death Leaper is very funky. And I really like the Red Terror. Like the way they're doing the Tyrannid special characters now, I think is fantastic, and I can't wait for an old One Eye. And what was the one that I thought was going to be when the Norn emissary landed? That psychic one. Can't remember what it was, but yeah, there was another special character that I was kind of all excited for. The Doom. There we go. The Doom of Ballantyne. Yeah. So that we want the Doom of Ballantyne, and we want a new old One Eye. Like I said in my video, like we definitely need a new old One Eye. If I was into 40k at the moment, the Red Terror would have been an instant snap pickup. Doom is kind of a Neurothrope now, though, right? No, well, I don't think it got announced, did it? I don't think it got kind of like said, oh, this Neurothrope is supposed to be the Doom. But that would be the next kind of special character. They need more special characters. Tyrannids need more special characters, and the way they've been doing the special characters, I think, have been really good and really clever. Because the Red Terror's fantastic, Death Leaper's fantastic. So yeah, I'm big plus for me. Yeah, my Raven Guard definitely needs some. This video will be up tonight, by the way. Painting the cloak on the Vigilator will be up tonight. Although for some reason I've got a really cloudy. This is my fault. I've got a really cloudy varnish on there because I used some milky water to thin the varnish, which was very bad of me. So I need to kind of touch those bits up. But yeah, this will be up on Patreon later today. Painting that. Doom should be a special character. Neuro Tyrant. Yeah, and then I've got loads of kind of smashed up Battlefleet Gothic ships to do for scatter terrain, including, because this one failed, Pershaw, including another. I've got a smashed up with loads of asteroids all over it. Planet Killer, which should be really cool. So what the plan is that we're going to kind of when we play some, because I've got some friends who are kind of getting into Battlefleet Gothic now as well, because I got so excited about it. We're going to fight over this as like like an objective kind of thing. Should be rather funky. Looking forward to that. Amazing Space Hulk. And there's the other Planet Killer. Get that one over there, put that one over there nicely and neatly. And then we have the Eldar Void ship, which is also really cool. Printed out some really nice bases for them all as well, so I've got some nice bases to print up, paint up. There's the Void ship. Also excellent. So these are the two busts, which I really like, and we're going to see if we can paint up. She needs a bit of a dust as well. And then I've also got some busts coming from Mindwork Studios this week as well, because they got dispatched last week. So I have the Stigmatic Nun bust from Trench Crusade, and then also of course a really cool elf. So I've got a really nice elf model coming from Mindwork Studios as well. So yeah, I just want to do a bust. Like, busts are really good to free. They help with freeing my brush strokes, because I paint a lot of things. I like painting a lot of things very small and tiny. So my brush strokes when I'm painting small tiny things tend to be quite small and controlled. Whereas when I'm painting a bust, you have to kind of free your brush strokes up a little bit, and it's a really healthy thing for me to do. Tari, we should probably get some music on, shouldn't we, before Purples gets here and shouts at me. There we go. How was AOS Stat Center today, Pershaw? Where is music? There is music. How was AOS Stat Center? I do mind, but yes, purples will definitely tell you off. You do mind? What do you mind? What do you mind? I don't mind. There we go. There we go. There we go. Get some music on for everybody. Is that playing? Oh yeah, it's there. Can I move that? No. Why can't I move that? That's really annoying. Oh well. All good. We learned about the War Cry Poo controversy. The War Cry Poo controversy. Oh my god. Do I need to watch? Do I need to watch it back? You prefer no music, but that's me. I get shouted at. I get shouted at. Purples absolutely shouts at me. Do 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 do.
Hey there, Drino Blanky Chris Forspin. Christopher had a brain blue screen.
A what? A what? What have I had? Hey, purples. Oh my word, 64 months. 64 months. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. How are you? How are you, purples? No, I just got a DM that was really annoying. So I just had to reply to it. How are you, purples? How are you, perpsicles? Perpsicles! Right, so we need to get wet palette open. Oh, do we need new wet palette paper? And we could probably get away with that. We can probably get away with that. Send them to me. I'll kick the shit out of them. It was for Pantheon. It was for Pantheon. It wasn't Warhammer related. It was so there's loads of moderators on the Pantheon Discord, and I asked the main one if I could do something, and he said, yeah, sure, that sounds alright. I was like, excellent, thanks. So I've been doing it for, I don't know, 3-4 months. 3 or 4 months. And then I just got another message from one of the newer mods saying, you can't do that!
All hail and Huggletary the second. Wait, you don't want music. Should I continue the hailing? Fuck. Move.
We should listen to Tari, right? We should listen. Like if the Empress of Everything doesn't want music, then we should not have music. we should bow down before our Empress Overlord. Hey, Squeezel. How are you doing, Squeezel? How are you doing, Squeezel?
Jeber spear, horn, gear, steer, bork, bork, bork.
Now you will have a problem. You either piss Tari off or you piss me off. Choice.
Sorted. How are you doing, Sinister? You okay?
Fuck you, Christopher. I resign ! At.
It's fine. I just put my own music on louder than yours. Shall I turn it down? Should I if I put it on? Shall I turn it down a fraction? Put the music on. I've been told. No, leave it. Okay, I'll turn it back off. God, Tari's getting me all anxious, and I'm getting all nervous now. Tari's telling me to put the music on and then leave it off, and then turn it up and then turn it down. I don't know what to do. Olivia, help me! I didn't tell you not to put it on. Oh my God! So now I've got to put it on. Okay. Now it's on. It's on. All right. Okay. Oh dear, brilliant. There's never a dull moment in Chris streams, is there? There's never a dull moment in Chris streams. Right, so we need to get some bluey purples.
I know your address, Christopher. Watch out for any package now.
Any package? Any package? Any package? Oh no! What package are you gonna send me a package for my birthday?
No more killbots.
Now change it to polka. I also know your address, and I'm close. I'm close.
Glitter bomb incoming.
Glitter bomb. Am I gonna get a glitter bomb for my birthday? That'd be super cool. Super cool. Super cool. I know you probably know this. Use a gloss black under metallics, helps with the shine. I know you probably don't know this, but that's not how I paint metallics. So we did a big explanation about this last week, actually, because this came up last week. So the way I do metallics is that you have to control the shine, and I in the shadow areas, so particularly in like the areas where you want it darker or you want some shadow in the metallic, you have to have it not shiny in the shadows. So if you put it over a matte black, it then dulls down the metallic in general, and then once I put the glaze over all the metallic, it mats it down even further. So this kind of this all over turquoise wash that I put on, I mean, this isn't a particularly good example of kind of controlling the metallic shine level or anything, but because you can then control the shine level in the shadows, then when you put some shine on the highlights, you get more finish contrast to the model. So yes, although you can have more shine if you put a gloss black underneath it, and I did do that on my Necrons back in the 90s. When I was painting Necrons, I did chrome Necrons, and I did those underneath a gloss black. Because I like painting to a different standard now, I paint my metallics. I haven't got any really good examples around me. I paint my metallics with a bit more finish contrast to them, in terms of a matte in the shadows, and then you can kind of pick out the highlights, so it almost looks a bit more like non-metallic. So yeah, you can 100% you can use gloss black under metallics, but I just don't like to. Hey man, first time seeing your stream in my recommended. Oh, nice one. Hey, how you doing, Admiral? Tried painting Warhammer models when I was younger, but I'm hot stinky ass at making anything look good. Your work is looking great so far. Thank you, Admiral. Thank you, Admiral. If you ever get back into it, I do have a Patreon if you want to kind of follow up, and you can pick up some bits and bobs. Yeah, that's not too bad as an example of metallics. So these are all matte metallics. These are all matte metallics. So that leg down here, look, this leg down here, again, it doesn't quite show up on video quite as well as it does in real life. But this leg down here, if we just dust it a little bit, this leg down here has got, yeah, it's not showing up as smooth. It's not showing up as smooth as it is in real life. You can kind of see. So that shadow, the shadow side of that silver is very matte, and then the highlight silver is has got a bit more shine to it. So you get that shine contrast, particularly on this lightning claw. So you've got the shine up here. Let me get my pointy stick out. So you've got the shine up here. So that's a metallic a true metallic finish, and then down here that's a very matte metallic shadow. So yeah, there we go. That's about as best as I can explain it. It's quite interesting. I wonder whether that's been. I wonder whether the gloss metallics, the gloss primer on metallics, has been something that's kind of popped up on the community recently. Because that's the second comment I've had about gloss primers on metallics in a few days, and that's not really been something that's been kind of widely known about in the community, I suppose. Well, I just had this up, but this isn't a great example. I suppose she's not too bad an example. Oh, actually, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So look at the shine on that. So that you have the shine here from the metallic, and then you have the dull matte. So it pops the. I mean, you can still make the whole thing shine, but you get a bit more control. You get a bit more control because metallics are so shiny. If you're painting metallics on something this small, they end up looking like toys because they are metallic, and you are getting light reflections and the light volumes of the small scale model which you're holding, rather than the light placements and the light volumes of where it would be in real life. So if you can control the level of shine on the model by using like the matte finish, then you can have a little bit more accuracy and control over where those highlights are showing. So yeah. Gloss undercoat for metallics has been a tabletop level hack for as long as I have been in the hobby. Yeah, it's not. I just wonder whether that's kind of.
Hazardous anomaly detected.
Yes!
Activated.
Cool kids are here. How are you doing? I just wonder whether something like one of the top channels has mentioned it recently, because that's like I've never felt it as a widely known technique, I suppose. And I've just had like 2 comments on it recently, which I thought was quite interesting. How are you doing? Warhammer the War game itself might be out of my financial reach right now, but unless I put the printer to work, I do smash some TTRPGs, though. It breaks my heart that nobody I know wants to run Dark Heresy. Dark Heresy would be super cool. Yeah, Dark Heresy would be super cool. Ain't nobody got time to prime part of the model gloss and part of the model matte. No, well, no, that's not what you do. That's not what I do. That's so. Just to explain, this isn't. I haven't primed this gloss and primed that black. This is all primed matte black, and then I matte the metallic down even further with glazes, and then you go back in with a metallic paint. So this is a pure metallic paint that's gone in and highlighted, so you get the shine there, and then this is glazed matte, so you then get the finish contrast through painting. So this is all matte primed. There's no gloss priming on this. It's all matte primed, which lowers the shine point of the metallic down a little bit, and then you glaze in the shadows to matte down the finish of the metallic even more, and then you go over the top with a fresh metallic paint, so you have the kind of the levels of the shine going through the transition. Seen points on Defiler, and I may have 3 on order. Oh my god. Is this a classic example of Games Workshop releasing a model which is completely OP and then saying it's 200 points? cheaper than I thought, but it needs to be good if it's still on a 160mm base. Right. So we need some purples. We need some pinks. We need some purples and we need some pinks. So we need some purples. And we need some pinks. Where's the best Citadel paint colour ever? There it is. Oh, I'm going to have to stop calling them Citadel paints, aren't I? Because they're not Citadel paints anymore. We've named them to Warhammer. Screamer Pink. No, Bugman's Glow. Bugman's Glow, dude. Bugman's Glow. Cadian Flesh Tone. And we need some Ice Yellow. So, yeah, anyway, hopefully that explanation of metallics has helped. And it all depends on what kind of level you want to paint at. There's some Ice Yellow. And then we need some black. I've got some black here. Okay, perfect. The greatest paint of all time? Well, Bugman's Glow? Yeah. Honestly, these models you showed are better than most of the ones on display I remember from the Games Workshop mail on time again, much respect. Thank you very much. Yeah, Admiral, I'm hang on. Where is... There we go. That's the that's one of the Eldar that came out recently, which I was working on. Did a little kind of galaxy eyes. So that one came out quite well. There's a tutorial on my Patreon for that, so exclamation mark Patreon for that one. We did a bit of Prince Uriel, the pirate, as well. Also on Patreon, this one. This one's also over on Patreon if you want to see how I did that. I'm sure one of the mods will drop a Patreon link in chat for you, Admiral. And then we've got her as well. She's actually quite a good example of controlling gloss levels, although I need to kind of go back and control her a little bit more. But that's a repose of Morven Val, because she's gorgeous and amazing. And then we've done a bit of freehand on her skirt. So, and then things like this. This is a commission for Shirato in chat, which I just need to finish the bases off for. You're more of a Rakarth Flesh kind of guy. Rakarth Flesh. Well, she's a outdoors woman, so she needs a bit of a tan. So Rakarth Flesh wouldn't really work for a Shield Maiden, in my view. But yeah, Rakarth Flesh is also a nice paint. Rakarth Flesh is one of those nice tones that Games Workshop occasionally do really nice tonal paints that you just don't see anywhere else. Like Mephiston Red's a really nice paint, and that's more about the coverage and the saturation more than anything. And then occasionally you'll get things like Bugman's Glow and Rakarth Flesh and Carrick Stone, and particularly, what was the old one that I used to love?
What's the plan then?
Yay!
We're going to the Winchester.
The pub.
Hello, Gaffer Whiskey Gaffer. How are you doing? How are you, dude? I am going to replace the palette paper. In fact, let's put the palette cam up so that you can see me construct. There we go. So that you can see me put the palette up. Is that going to work? There we go. Let's get the old palette paper off. You're not forgetting those matte metals to shine nicely in the light. It's pretty damn convincing. Bloody excellent. Thank you, Admiral. Yeah, it's a quirk of how I paint metallics. Right, palette paper. So I have recently gone back to just greaseproof paper on my palette. I kind of persevered a little bit with the Redgrass palette paper, but it's just not, it doesn't support how I paint, so I struggled with it. So I spent most of the second half of last year fighting my palette, and then just out of curiosity I changed back to the palette paper that I used to use, which is just greaseproof baking paper, and my painting suddenly became enjoyable again. So I've learnt my lesson, so I'm just going to sit here and use baking paper again. Happy Custodies parcel arrival. Oh, nice! Yes, it is. It is Custodies. Although somebody had theirs cancelled, their order cancelled, which was sad to hear. I'm also going to drop a little thing in here as well, like that, and we'll put a bit of water in that. Just in case we need a bit of water. The reusable ones. See, Rich and Co. Like a lot of my kind of top painter friends all use the Redgrass palette paper, and I was like, there's got to be a reason. So, like I said, anyway, I've explained this one before. I thought there's got to be a reason. So I really persevered. I just didn't like it. So my painting style and how I like to paint is just not conducive to using that palette paper. Here is the Iron Man legs, which have we got a little bit of kind of flexibility on how long they can be. I kind of want to do them quite tall and spindly, so we'll play around with these a little bit. I like that it's cut to the right size. Laziness for the win. My palette paper, I get a roll of greaseproof paper, and literally I cut it in half because half of it fits in my Redgrass palette that way, and then I just cut the length of it. So yeah, it's just luck. There are top papers that also use baking paper. Yeah, there are. But it's one of those things that I was like, because I'm always trying to learn and I'm always trying to improve, and I was like, well, there's got to be a reason, so I'm going to try it. Because you don't know until you try, and you don't know until you persevere, because I tried it last time, and the last time I tried it I gave it a week and I was like, no, I don't like it. So I persevered with it last year, and I just couldn't get on with it. I struggled to get. It's really difficult to explain. Anyway, we're back on the other palette paper. Right, let's use. Where are my shitty acrylic paintbrushes? Oh, they're all the way over there. What's Richard's reason for liking the sheets? The level of absorption, basically. There we go. So these were, I think these were about £3. These were about £3 for 30, so they're like a penny each. And no, we are not painting the model with these. I use these to put paint on the palette. because synthetic brushes don't tend to get dust in them in the same way as dust and bits in them the same way as what do we call it, brushes. Let's start down here. So we want a little bit of that with some purple, we want a little bit of that, and then we want a little bit of that with, there we go, that'll do. There are top painters who don't use it. Yeah, Darren Latham doesn't use a wet palette. Famously. Or infamously. I don't know how many people actually know that. And then we also need a little bit of black on that one just to darken it. I know we shouldn't be using black on skin, but so yeah, anyway, if you're not learning and if you're not trying, then you're not learning. So you have to take everything that people tell you and everything that people teach you. You have to try it, see if it works, see if you like it, and if you don't, then you can move on from there. Even things I'm telling you, although the things I tell you are always right, of course. British. Okay. So we're going to use one of my new brushes that that Artist Opus sent me. So this is a size 3, but it's an M series, so it's a little bit kind of shorter and abrupt. So this one should be really good for sketching in some details and things. Have I played any of the TTRPGs? No, I haven't, sadly. I played Dark Heresy twice. I was a Slanesh Marine, so I played Dark Heresy twice, and that's as kind of as far as I got. Oh, these brushes are so nice when they're brand new. Artist Opus brushes are fucking gorgeous. They're so good. Exclamation mark brush in chat if you haven't tried any and you would like to. But you accidentally joined a Gene Stealer cult, played an Ogren in one where you're an Imperial Guard. Great fun. Oh, fantastic. So we're kind of going back to the beginning with this. I'm trying to get some broad highlights in where I want them. Because even when I was painting this one, I was too small. Like my brush strokes were all still too small with this. She's got a little turned up nose, look. She's got a little turned up nose. How did you accidentally join a Gene Stealer cult, Pershaw? We can't forget the Rembrandt triangle, which is down here, look. Never forget the Rembrandt triangle. Whiskey's on the lurk. And then this hand. Accidentally, just casually, casually joined a Gene Stealer cult. He was talking a lot about the Emperor. My Ogren didn't notice he had 4 arms. Did you Did you make an investigation roll? Or not even investigation, is it? Did you fail your roll? Fantastic, absolutely fantastic, dude. Absolutely fantastic. I like her little raven skull, by the way. She's got a little raven skull necklace, which is quite cool. Lots of look, lots of folks have extra arms. Like, take priests. Yeah, maybe the Ogrin realised, thought he was following the Omnisire. That's still absolutely brilliant, for sure. I love that. Look, okay, lots of folks have extra arms. I mean, Ogryns can't count past 2 anyway.
Alert! Rude
Yo,
alert!
Avian!
Abandoned shop! This is not a daffodil. Repeat, this is not a daffodil.
Avian, how are you doing? Braless. Well, as far as YouTube is concerned, she probably does count as braless, sadly. Because she got demonetized last time I did her on stream. How are you doing, Avian? Waking up after a long week of Adepticon. How was it on, did you go Saturday? I think you said you went on Saturday. How was it on Saturday and everything? Did you have fun? Did you pick anything up? Did you find any sabres? After Games Workshop set up and everything? It was good. Did a class on non-metallic and that turned out well. Nice. Who did the non-metallic class? I know Phoenix did one over there, which a lot of people have said was very good, which is cool, as you would expect from Phoenix. Miles from Little Legend. Oh, nice. I like Miles as well. Talk to Miles a lot. He's been quizzing me about Battlefleet Gothic stuff recently, which has been quite cool. You see how my brushstrokes are getting smaller and smaller as I'm kind of painting. I need to make sure that I'm still keeping them nice and broad. Got the saber gun and a Blood Bowl team as had a friend had me play. Oh, nice. You got the saber gun. Nice. She's a nice broad... Wait, what? Who's that? Oh, Banana! Thank you for the follow, dude. How are you doing? Sorry, did you say something? Had to walk away from it? Nope. Not said anything. I've been silent. I've been silent since you said about the Broad. Although I can show you the Iron Man Exindio legs. I didn't do that much more since stream. But I have got the pistons in. Good variable height as well, so they can be really tall. Whoops. I can make I'd really want it kind of really spindly and lanky, so they'll probably be really tall anyway. But I also kind of want to thin down the ankle. Not quite sure what to do about the ankle, but we'll get there. And there's the hip. So I want to make sure that the hip comes straight down rather than out an angle. I don't want them at an angle. I want them fairly straight down. And then I was just looking, I'm trying to find a really creepy head. So we'll find a really creepy head at some point. Are you picking up the cog fort? Nah. Nah. Not for me. How much do I think it'll be? God, your guess is as good as mine. How much is a 40k knight? That much. That this will be 120 defo. I'm surprised the Defiler is as cheap as it is. How much is it? Oh, have you said cheap in money? Do you know how much the Defiler is money-wise? Saw a seller from Star One that's interested to me. 88. The Defiler is 88? Yeah, the Cogfort's obviously hugely like hobby orientated. You could do really cool hobby orientated cogforts. I see Chris does not want to see my Murderbot progress. That's okay. Have you put Murderbot progress up? What, in Discord? Hang on. Hi Hannah. Stream gallery. Oh, cool. What's the hip? I like that. I really like that turbine combined with the head. That's cool. Make sure he's not leaning backwards. He looks like he's leaning backwards a bit in this. You need to lean him on from his hip, or leaning on his legs. I like that. That's cool, dude. I like that. The cogfort calls to me something special. Something special. I wish they'd come out with a big ass updated steam tank instead. Yeah, I mean, you can convert a steam tank, can't you? Now you've got the cogfort in the game, you can just do a really big ass, badass steam tank and call it a cogfort. So, like I say, the cogfort is like hobby central, isn't it? It's right up there with the cool hobby stuff that you can now do. Admiral, Magos and biologists are the true tech chads. The human form is the finest machine ever conceived. The finest form. The finest form. Still definitely want this hip to be dark, but we can try and get a bit of colour in there. Oh, there's the sexy science Hannah. Sexy science Hannah is in the house, in the house. She is here to say hello to us all. Hey Hannah, how are you? How are you, Hannah? We're painting you as a warrior maiden today. Look, this is sexy science Hannah as a sexy science warrior maiden. I was in that kind of shape 5 years ago. Lovely though. Thank you. I did used to do the underlip line in makeup. I thought like I had to do like a bit of a black in there, and then that I thought was cool.
HNN breaking news. The Hannah of Sexy Science Roth just confirmed the sexy allegations. Yay.
She is Sexy Science Hannah is super sexy and super sciencey, as you would expect. As you would expect. As everybody expects. Even and especially even Empress Tari too. There's a new video coming up on Patreon tonight. Sexy Science Hannah, ready for you to watch. Hi everyone. Since I am saying hello, I haven't had abs haven't had abs in like 15 years. I've had abs in 15 years. I had abs about 5-6 years ago. It'd be really nice to get them back. Right, so there's less contrast going on now. Not fighting the shadows quite so much, even though I... I just checked, there might be some abs somewhere, I just can't find them. Oh well, who needs abs anyway? Where we're going, we don't need abs to catch. I have abs, they are just currently hidden by my power! That is true, that is true. Stu has ultimate power. Phenomenal cosmic power. Itty bitty abs. That's made me laugh. That's made me laugh more than it should. I'm having a little party in my head with that one. Itty bitty abs. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. You guys don't know how lucky you are to have me as your entertainment. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, my challenge when I'm gymming is that I'm so tall that all the levers require more power to do stuff. So I hate squats. Squats are horrible. Deadlifts are one of my favourite exercises. They're so much fun. Itty bitty abs.
Itty bitty abs. And that is why Christopher always rescales stuff about 110%.
Oh dear. Yeah, I've created a folder, Stu. This is quite interesting. Well, it's not, but it is. I've created a folder. I've downloaded loads and loads, as you know, Battlefleet Gothic models. And then I've slowly, over the weekend, I've slowly kind of pulled them in, like the really nice ones anyway, and split all the models down and then cut out certain things so that I can start piecing them back together again, which is quite interesting. So, oh my god, Purples, you got me then. Okay, you got me. That one got me. That one got me. That one got me. Thank you very much for the bits. Thank you very much for the sound alert. That was perfectly timed. That was perfectly timed. That was perfectly timed. I was looking away. I was looking away. Yeah. It's weird. It's weird how that. It's weird how that gets you. That needs a fraction. That needs a fraction. The look of panic with Chef's kiss. Oh damn, that one got me. I had my headphones on. It's good, isn't it? It's good, isn't it? One stop. That's a good one. That was that's Target's idea. That one. That one was Target's idea. I do like that one. I do like that one. I had to double check.
Wonderful. Bravo. I loved that. Oh, it was great. Well, it was pretty good. Well, it wasn't bad. Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good, though. It could have been a lot better. I didn't really like it. It was pretty terrible. It was bad. It was awful. It was terrible. Get him away. Boo!
We've got to give props to Purples for that one. That was very good. That was very good. That was very good. Well done, Perpsicles. Perpsicles, you didn't just get me either. It seemed like you got the most of Twitch chat. Seems like you got most of Twitch chat. I'm used to hearing it for no reason, so it doesn't get me. I'm a bit proud. Yeah, we need a hype train for that. We need to hype that up. That was brilliant. That was one of the best ones. One of the best ones we've done. You should have been chuffed. I think Perps was chuffed to bits for that one, yeah. Chuffed to bits. I'm quite chuffed with this so far. I think this is I think she's looking pretty good. I think we've got the lights. Light placements in pretty much all the right places and things. Trying to be a little bit more free with my brush strokes. Broader. We still need to lessen the contrast in certain areas. I don't mind it kind of failing off into shadow in her on that side. Phenomenal cosmic power, itty bitty abs. After my morning meeting, no! Hannah, come back. I'm not the one moving to Wales. That would be Hannah. Yes, Hannah is coming. Hannah is coming back to Wales. Hannah is gonna be able to do those Instagram and TikTok reels of an American coming back to England. All the silly phrases that they say. A cheeky Nando's. It's literally just a trip to Nando's. It's just a trip to Nando's on a Friday. Okay, gotta go, Fro. Okay, no worries. Just a Friday night trip to Nando's. Quick cheeky Nando's. Don't see the fuss about Nando's or Domino's for some reason. If the food is 100% better at Nando's, I will be quite cross. You'll be quite cross. Nando's is alright. There's nothing wrong with the Nando's. It's chicken and I love chicken, so. Nando's is good food. We have Nando's in Chicago. Plenty of good chicken in Chicago. I think in Chicago you have really good pizzas as well, don't you? Don't you have Chicago town pizzas? I've got bangers and mash tonight. Bangers and mash. Someday I will have the true Chicago deep dish. Someday. Someday. Avian, do you want to help out Target with the Chicago pizza? I think we could. I think we should sort out a Target Chicago deep pan pizza. It is very weird how some people pronounce it Chicago, by the way. It's clearly Chicago. It's one of those weird pronunciation things, isn't it? Like oregano. Why would you say oregano? Oregano, Chicago. If you're going to call it oregano... Not bad. Not bad. Right. That still needs to be lighter. Looking at that. Chicago, Chicago. I could send a half-cooked one from Giordano's Pizza to Target. I think the dry ice packed them, though that is a stuffed deep dish pizza. Is a stuffed deep dish pizza still a Chicago pizza? That would be super cool. You should definitely do that. You should definitely send Target a half-cooked one. Sounds like a great idea. Target, Avian, have a convo. Hey Chicago, Bambo Italiano, hey Chicago. The shipping will cost more than the pizza. Yeah, but you could have a Chicago pizza. You could have a Chicago pizza at some point, Target. We'll have to check. Somebody check the shipping from Chicago to Target. Personally, I think Lou Maltani's better because it's not as thick. It's not as thick. Right, so that needs to be in there like that, and there like that, and there like that. Hey Chicago. I've only ever spent like 3 hours in Chicago in all my life, and I went for burger over pizza at the time. Who lives the closest to Chicago? There was a deep dish here, but it's just the pan pizza, not the this is a casserole. You were stuck at the airport, eh? Do they not have Chicago pizza at the airport? They really should, really, shouldn't they? Yeah, sorry, Avian. I read Sinisters thinking it was your message. Avian Chicago Thulium. That's Avian's middle name is literally Chicago. Hey Chicago, Chicago Italiano. So yeah, over the next few months we'll have a couple of Trench Crusade busts to paint, because we have the Artillery Witch, which which I need to print out her. Now I've got much more kind of comfortable with the lychee slicer, and also because I've paid it for Pro as well, so I can do her plinth really easily now. So I will this week's little target goal this week's target goal is to get the plinth for the Artillery Witch bust that Whiskey got for me at Essen. So I'm going to get that printed out, which should be really cool, and then we can get her mounted on that, and then we can kind of carry on painting her. So I'm looking forward to getting that done. The Pro version of Lychee is fab, by the way. It allows you to do so much stuff in a 3D printing world that I am enjoying exploring again. Obviously I've been exploring it for a fair few years, but it just allows you to do some cool stuff. So that's nice. So that's that plan. Remember, we've got the Artillery Witch bust plinth idea is that it's half a bomb. So she's going to be standing on. She's going to be mounted on half an Artillery Witch bomb. They do have frozen pizzas to go at the airport. They used to, as well as pizza places in the airport. The battery's lasting well today. The battery is lasting well today. I still haven't ordered the thingy adapter. Okay, right, I think we're there. We can probably add a tiny bit more, little bit more just on this muscle edge here. Like that. But I think
on target. We're too close. Stay on target.
Hair in frame, sorry. I think that's about right. I should put the thing on. Where's the lens hood? I need to find the lens hood. If I can find the lens hood, then it'll stop me doing that because the lens hood's in the way. Where did I put the lens hood? Cheers, target anyway. Right, can I go grab a cup of tea and then when I come back we can carry on with her? I just want to... That's the gloss one. Let me find the matte one. There's the matte one. That red. That red here needs a coat of matte varnish because it's too shiny and it's bugging me. Same with this. That needs a coat of matte varnish. Obviously they're going to get painted over, but I just want them to be a bit more of a matte finish. The slightly kind of satin finish does help with kind of spotting where the highlights and everything need to be, but I know where I want the highlights on that, so I just want to kind of knock it back a fraction. And then we've got some non-metallic to do on this as well. So we have the non-metallic gold up at the top here, and then we have the non-metallic sword all down here, which will be quite cool to play around with. Right, I'm going to go make a cup of tea. So I think everybody, we've all been sat down now for 2 hours watching and kind of chattering away. So I think everybody needs to get up and go grab a cup of tea. I think that would be a really healthy thing for everybody to do. So if you all want to do that while I go and grab myself a cuppa, and then when I get back we will, I want to do the lighting on here and also maybe the lighting on that, and then kind of get that done. Although do we need to do some on the arm just before I go? Maybe we need to just do a little bit on that arm there. Bit difficult to get into. Non-metallic gold in gallery. Oh, nice. Wow, that looks great. Thank you, Jack. Yeah, we're just sketching out locations at the moment. We're going to refine it all once we've got all the kind of the highlight placements in place. Once we've got them all in the right place, then we can kind of come back and tidy everything up, sort of thing. That little, don't forget that Rembrandt triangle can't disappear. We can't lose that. Right. So we'll have a look at your non-metallic gold when we get back, Sinister. Yeah, everybody go make a quick cup of tea. Have a quick stretch. And I will see you in 5 minutes. Yo! Welcome back. Right. Let's have a look at Sinister's non-metallic gold in the gallery. He's working on some non-metallic gold. Mr. Sinister. Some sinister non-metallic gold, no doubt. Where is the Discord? Discordy is there. There we go. Welcome back, everybody. Who went and got a cup of tea? Who went and had a stretch and got a cup of tea? Oh, nice. Hey, that's cool. It's very antique-y. I like it. Had like an antique gold. That's cool. Nice one. Nice one, Sinister. And this is size of the Emperor. You're doing a size of the Emperor like Josh. Trying for a bit of a muted aged gold. Yeah, no, it looks good. Like an antique gold. Nice. Yeah, the sides are cool. I like the sides. Like all the people who've painted sides on Instagram recently. Oh, they all look super cool. Nice one, dude. Nice one. Fantastico. Fantastico. Roll up one if you don't mind. Roll up one. Oh, sweet. Check you out. Doing non-metallic as well. Sweet. Non-metallic work that was done in class. On a Sin Eater as well. Fantastic. Nice one, Avian. Nice one. You've been wanting to do this ever since Cult dropped their size captain on their YouTube. Yeah, that was a cool video, actually. Yeah, this is cool as well. Yeah. I like that. That's looking good. It's looking good. A very small Sin Eater. Oh, is it a teeny tiny one? Did they scale it down? Yeah, this is interesting. Is that the body of... Is that the body of the Admech robot? Or is it the Van Saar? Is most of this the Van Saar? I do like those turbines. Those turbines there look great. Yeah, those turbines there do look great. Sorry, I've said that already. Miles scaled it down, yes. Fab. Fab. Nicely done. I like it. I like it. I like it. Flip the Castlax top and drop the spider bottom on top of it. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, right. So now we have got some positions for things. We're going to do... I want to do this. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix some matte varnish in with the paint. So I'm going to thin the paint with some matte varnish. So we're going to put a drop, and a drop. And then we're going to do... We're going to do... XV88, Montfang Brown, right outside. Do enjoy a bit of clever kit bashing for sure. Okay, so oops, XV88. Probably needs a touch of water in that. There we go. So now we have a matte version of XV88 thinned down. We've got Mournfang Brown. And then we have Renox Hide. Probably needs a touch of water as well. Okay. So that is our kind of base leather starting point. So let's get cracking on this, shall we? Whoops. Whoops. I got it, target, I got it. There we go. Nice! And then we also need, on top of this, we also need some strapping colour here, and we need to decide what colour her bandana is going to be. So what colour is her bandana going to be? Ideas in Twitch chat and YouTube chat. And she's got a choker on as well, hasn't she? What colour should we do the choker?
Demonstration.
The demonstration of our power. The demonstration of our power. I shall change the battery for you all. That's lasted really well, actually.
Moron.
I think I have one. Inventory.
How matte should my Dark Angels be via non-metallic? What do you mean, Avian? Choker could be bronze or leather. White linen, but then it's sweat stained. I think on non-metallic you want matte, so there's no light reflection. You don't paint. Oh, as in how, like what kind of, how much matte paint should you use? I would say kind of like Citadel, finish. So Citadel has got like a slight satin finish. If you go too matte, it ends up looking a bit desaturated. I don't know why I've just decided to paint the underside of her eyelids pink, but just randomly out of nowhere. No, it's a question of how tight the white and black should be near each other. I mean, so like how shiny you want it. I mean, that's up to you guys. That's up to you, dude. I would go quite matte in terms of like a brushed finish, so a bit more of a soft finish. But then, arguably, it's quite difficult to do that on such a small model. So if you're doing non-metallic on something that's that small, you could probably get away with just going quite abrupt and quite sharp. Because otherwise, because you still have to go a really abrupt, quick transition, but you have to kind of make the transition smooth. And making a smooth transition on something as small as a Dark Angel in Horus Heresy is quite tricky. So I would just kind of go, I'd go quite shiny. Check you out, Avian, knowing all the kind of like the non-metallic. What do we call it? Yeah, nomenclature. Crypto cottoned me onto it. It was where I was going to go anyway. Yeah, it's quite. The tricky thing with non-metallic. I wouldn't worry too much about that. You've got to get the kind of the starting point and the learning process of non-metallic is getting the highlights in the right spot. As soon as you get the highlights in the right spot, then you can kind of work on like how quick you want the transitions and stuff. But you can do non-metallic. You can do non-metallic. Well, you can do non-metallic without any transitions at all, to be honest. Because that just goes super shiny. But if you get the locations, the highlight locations wrong, then it's all going to go kind of Pete Tong. We'll do some non-metallic on Patreon soon as well, Avian, so you'll have that video to kind of refer to as well. We need to do the non-metallic on her sword. That's probably the next thing we need to do, to be honest. So we need to do the non-metallic silver on her hilt and the sword blade, and then also the non-metallic gold on the pommel. So we can actually start placing the non-metallic gold. just wait for that to dry so I can put that final highlight in the centre so we know where that's going. And this is going to be bruised and battered, so we can do loads of little kind of marks around the brass on this. Nice little brass pommel. And we can do the same around here. Don't want to get too delicate and small on this because we have, I'm just trying to get the highlights in the right place. Okay. And I don't want it to be too gold, so I'll probably skip Balor Brown. Balor Brown is usually the colour that I use to push a bit of saturation into a gold. But I'll probably go XV88 and then mix straight in with the ice yellow. Okay, so that's roughly the right place. I like painting non-metallic. I get kind of carried away painting non-metallic, so I need to stop so that we can get everything else kind of marked out. Okay. Okay, so let's do the silver. So that the silver, we're going to use exactly the same highlight colour, so the ice yellow. Bring in some black. Okay, that should suffice. So the highlight here obviously needs to go all the way down there. And then we need this bit here. That can probably be gold. We can probably make that gold. So we'll throw some Rhinox hide over that. Do a nice antique gold on that little insert. Do. bum, bum, bum. Right, what's next? I do think I kind of want to. Like wipe that out. Is it Target who said like a white? Okay, so we've got gold kind of mocked up. The silver slowly mocked up, like really, really loosely. this on here? Look, a tiny little bit of. Very good. Very good, perps. Welcome back, perps. How you doing? Is that how you're welcoming yourself back now? You're not doing like an unlurk or a welcome to the whatever it is. Welcome to the party.
That was wonderful. Bravo. That was great. Well, it was pretty good. Well, it wasn't bad. Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good, though. It could have been a lot better. I didn't really like it. It was pretty terrible. It was bad. It was awful. It was terrible. Get him away. Hey, boo.
Boo! Boo! I just scared the shit out of you. And everybody else.
Your head is in front of the camera, Christopher.
Thanks, Perps. There we go. There we go. What's everybody doing for the rest of the evening? What are we all up to? I like your bronze Necrons. Painting test schemes, building Legion models, or playing PS5. I'm in a bit of a pickle with my bronze Necrons. Did you see what I posted about it in the gallery? I did. I'm not sure what you. Hang on. I'm not sure what you mean. So, I really like the dark bronze. Not 100% where to go. I will try the purple on the armor parts. So, I just like throw. What's the colour? I wouldn't worry about having different coloured armour. I would do the whole thing bronze and throw. What's the colour? I can't think what the colour is. It's not Rattling Grime. It's the other one. Targor Raid Shade. That's the one. Targor Raid Shade. I'd throw Targor Raid Shade all over it. And then do, like you say, do a green glow. Because Targor Raid Shade over like a bronze looks really cool. It's like a really... because it's got a little bit of purple in it as well, which you'll like. So it kind of gives like an oily bronze kind of look. It looks really cool anyway, I think. So that would, I think that would work quite well. And I don't think you have to worry about painting the armor a different color. Just have them all bronze, and then do a nice kind of glowy green. You have Rattling Grime and Garagak Sewer for dirtying things up. I'd try, like, next time you pop down to your thing, grab some Targor Raid Shade. It's really nice. Look, I'll show you. There we go. It's like a, oh, you can't quite see there. It's got a bit of purple in it. It's really cool. And it's a completely different, so it's totally different to Rattling Grime and Garagak Sewer, because Garagak Sewer is kind of like a warm browny yuck kind of thing. Rattling Grime is lovely for gunking things up, but that's quite dark. The Targor Raid Shade is it's just a nice tone. It's one of those Games Workshop Citadel paints which is a very unique tone to it. Druchii Violet is the only purple one I have. Yeah, so Druchii Violet is purple. Like, Druchii Violet is absolutely purple. Targor Raid Shade just has so many different... I haven't really got anything I can show it on. Yeah. Anyway, I would pick that up, and then not worry in the slightest about kind of doing other bits and bobs. I'll grab some when I go and get my custodians. Yeah, perfect. They have it in stock. Perfect. Yeah, it's really good. Honestly, it's a really good kind of tone. It's a really nice colour. Let's see. I mean, that's kind of. So this is it. Hang on. Let's throw it over this for you, so you can sort of see. So this is just straight over gold, obviously. So it's not particularly helpful, but hopefully you can see. Yeah, you can't really. But yeah, it's just got a little bit of purple. Yeah, it's just a really nice colour. So I would throw that all over it. It is a shade, so it's a little bit glossy, but you can sort that out. Yeah, that's not really kind of showing up anything. It might work over your. It might work over the slightly lighter one. So try it over both and see which one you like. Especially because you've got both there. She's a bit good, isn't she? She's a bit good. Yes. Yes, it's always quite cool doing that. Yeah, that's not bad, that's not bad. It's a nice dirty blonde. Need to pick some good feather colours. What should we paint tomorrow, everybody? Should we do more of this warrior lady, or shall we do something different? Dream on target. Dream fucking on. For the end of Orc March and Orc, last day to march from a crag. Yeah, but that's an absolutely shit idea. March from a crag. Because I don't want to paint Ultramarines. Get started on a Jacaro for April. Have we got a Jacaro in the game still? One of these needs to be blood soaked, doesn't it? That one probably needs to be blood soaked. Blood splattered. Blackstone Fortress had one. Oh, did it? Juan Diaz! That would be amazing if it was actually Juan Diaz. If that was actually Juan Diaz, then you know what we're painting tomorrow. We're painting his demonettes. Blackstone Fortress had one. I don't know whether... I don't think they did. I don't think Blackstone Fortress had a Jacaro. I don't think we've ever had... Did they? I don't think we ever had one resculpted. Did we? Chris, are you going to make Nick sad? Yeah, yeah. Yes, that's the other depressing downside to March from a Crag. Everybody goes, "Oh, Nick, look, I painted an ultramarine." Demonettes with tiny post attack. Oh yeah, I'd have to put little putty over their nipples, wouldn't I, if I was painting them on stream? God damn it, Juan! Oh, damn it! Yeah, I've got 30 of them over there. I've got 30 of Juan's Demonettes over there, and I've also got 20 of Juan's Witch Elves, which I want to do for my Old World army. So I've been slowly kind of picking those up. I've got all of them now. I'm just kind of making a mold so I can duplicate them, because obviously they are not sold by Games Workshop. Yeah. Fucking hell. Juan's Demonettes are still my favourite Demonettes by a fucking million miles. As are his Witch Elves. I don't think... they are peak Witch Elves. Juan's Witch Elves are peak Witch Elves. Oh, there's more feathers here as well. Yeah, so we need to pick a color tone. A color tone. We need to pick a feather. We need to pick a bird to paint the feathers from. There we go. They'll probably be like some kind of eagle. So they've got brown, greys, and blacks to them, so that's probably the way I'll go. Do them like some kind of stripy eagle feather. But I just need to the Blackstone Fortress Chikero was a White Dwarf scenario, so I doubt it was included in an expansion. Okay, now if AI could be used for good, a setup with tracking for boobies so it can apply a pixelation filter. That would be super useful, wouldn't it? Because then I wouldn't get like demonetized on YouTube. I am really curious to see if YouTube does demonetize this one, because it's not. She's not in a state of undress as she was when we first did it. Because when we first did it, we did purple, we did skin tones all over her, and then painted in the bikini, if you can call it a bikini. Whereas now it's already painted in, so hopefully YouTube goes, oh, that's not a topless warrior maiden. I'm going to be nice and let Chris have that one. I'm going to go do my sausages in a little bit though. I'm going to go make some sausages, some bangers and mash. I mean, I have two Jacaros, maybe three, one in metal, but I don't recall a box made for Blackstone Fortress. No, I don't think there was one. I don't have any Jacaros. I think it's definitely one of those models that they could resculpt and reintroduce at some point, but it probably wouldn't be anything kind of exciting. It would just be like a resculpt. It wouldn't be groundbreaking or anything. Why is the yeah, so maybe just like a couple of brown stripes on them or something like that. And then a black stripe next to it. And then highlight it up like that. Maybe something like that. White, brown, black. Maybe they did a made to order sometime, or maybe I just remember the White Dwarf rules. Yeah, maybe it was just a White Dwarf rule thing. I don't think they've done a... I can't even remember what... Well, I mean, I haven't read White Dwarf for ages. I don't think it's particularly interesting anymore. But I don't really remember a White Dwarf article about them either. Juan still sculpts, doesn't he? Is it a patron that he's got? I need to go and check him out. I think he's got a Patreon. Yeah, I think they dropped it a while ago. It was in 8th. I know it was in 8th because you could buy one in 8th because it was basically had las cannons. It had las cannon fingers, and a few people would take them in tournaments to kind of fill out points and detachments and things. There we go. Re-releasing those two. Yeah, I need those for my Blackstone Fortress stuff. So I'll try and pick those up for sure. That's really good. Right. Is there anybody on? I'm going to go make some dinner. Kaz is the name is on. Cryo's on. Ren is on. Right, I will see you all tomorrow. I will see you all tomorrow. I've got to do one of my I've got to finish one of my Patreon videos after dinner, so that will be up tonight. So if you are on my Patreon, keep your eye out for that. !Patreon if you want to join. So that will be up tonight. That'll be doing a cloak, which should be quite cool. Should be quite fun. So that'll be up tonight. Make sure you check that out. And yeah, I think she's quite cool. Now, I am tempted to paint her again tomorrow and now refine all of these kind of light volumes that we've been playing around with. So I might ask you all on Discord whether that would be a cool thing to do. But until then, have an amazing evening. And I'll see you all later. Thanks very much, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.